You can sing this next song about anything at all.
Welcome, any and all, to the Monday edition of Dreaming in Paradox. I'm your host, John Olson.
And I'm your host, Jose Benutolo.
And joining us this week, Chris Piccione.
Christopher.
Nobody ever gets my name
Piccione.
right. Nobody ever gets my name right. It's Piccione.
Piccione. Piccione.
If we were in Italy, that would be correct.
That would be. We're not in Italy?
Piccione.
Oh my God.
Piccione.
Oh, there's so many pizza places, I think we're in Italy.
We should open up a little pizza shop.
We should open a little
This is
pizza shop.
Piccione.
This is Piccione's
Piccione's
pizza.
pizza.
It's very Piccione.
Okay, enough.
We have just...
We just started
We've
already.
just-
I wanna
we're
leave.
just
Oh my
leaving.
God. Oh my God, don't
Oh,
leave.
no.
Don't leave. You have to go over John.
Yeah,
You have to
that's
climb
right.
over
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, he's a tall
Don't
one.
do it.
He's a tall
I
one.
will. I'll totally climb over it.
Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
Actor, writer, Pete Townshend lookalike.
Pete Townshend look alike, Adrien Brody look alike.
Adrien Brody look alike.
The more badass version of Adrien Brody.
Definitely.
I
The
think so.
edgy version.
edgy version.
The edgy version.
Yeah. Can you try to get me in a movie with him already?
I like, why don't we just shoot something
We'll
and we
get
just
him on
bluntly say that you are
Adrien
him.
Brody.
Adrien
Just
Brody.
let it go.
Adrien
We'll
Brody.
get him on the show, and then we'll
Next-
bring you on.
And then I could just sneak in.
And we'll
be like,
have
"What's up?"
Oh, no.
Adrian interviews Adrian.
No, this is what we should do. We should make a show. That would be great. That would be great. But no, this is what you should do.
Hashtag get Adrian.
We should get Adrien Brody in the show, and then we should one day with Adrien Brody, and then the next day we should with him, and we see if people notice the difference. We just pretend to be.
gotta give him the same
like Monday
haircut
said
or
it's
whatever.
actual
Yeah,
Adrien
but I have
Brody.
to wear like a long sleeve shirt or something.
Yeah,
so
and you have to play the
notice.
piano
And I have to play the piano.
or wear a jacket.
We
Little
love you,
mustache.
Adrian.
Adrien is awesome.
Yeah.
Adrien is awesome because he looks like you.
We love you.
He looks like you.
Yeah. Who's
Not
older?
the other way around.
Who's
Not the
older?
other way
He's
around.
older.
He's older.
Yeah.
So
He's older
in
for
that
like-
case, he does look like
Yeah.
that.
A couple of years. I think he's in
Maybe.
his early 40s now.
Early
Yeah.
40s? He looks good for early 40s.
Yeah, he does.
Right? You know
What?
what
What?
money can buy.
Yes.
This
trainer.
conversation's getting weird.
Yes, it happens. It happens in this show
That
a lot.
is what happens. in
So
the show.
do you know that this show is a show we're getting off topic, it's just staying on topic. So
But it's really getting off topic.
it's getting off
Getting
topic.
off topic is staying on topic.
It's staying on topic.
Yeah.
So it says a lot.
Makes sense.
Yes. Let's kick it off.
Let's kick it off.
Let's kick it off.
We are going to start by talking a little bit about video games once again.
Yes.
Hopefully, we have people watching that like video games.
I think everybody
I feel we
likes
do.
video games.
I mean, who
nowadays.
doesn't like
It's
video
gotten-
games?
It's gotten largely ubiquitous. There are still our parents and stuff don't play video games. They will play on the computer. They'll play like computer games.
Or tablets now.
Or like tablets are
phones,
getting
yeah.
big. You know, the various kinds of solitaire. But you told me that you have recently started playing video games.
Started getting back into games. Yeah, I haven't played games since PS1, right before PS2 came out. So you're going back 12 years or so.
Let's
right?
start at the
years,
present.
right?
So what are you playing now? Like,
So
what got
right now
you
I
back in?
just
after
got
a decade hiatus.
PS4 after a decade hiatus and
Skipped a generation essentially of consoles.
many
Two.
consoles.
So you played two.
Xbox,
You said you played two.
Wii
I
U.
skipped Wii, PS2,
Xbox,
Xbox
360,
360.
Xbox,
360
Xbox
was my
One.
jam.
Nintendo DS, and all those.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think what really got me back into video games was just a couple of friends of mine. I know you play a lot too. I don't know
I
about
used to.
PS4, but
I
you
used
play PC a lot, right?
Yeah. I play. Yeah, most lately I play more PC
A lot of
than any
PC.
other console.
Yeah, so I think I just started missing it and hearing so many people talk about it all the time. And just like you guys, acting and filmmaking and stuff, I kind of realized how far ahead these games have gotten and how creative they are.
It's crazy, yeah.
It's really crazy, the motion capture and the voiceover and everything. And I started watching trailers for all these games that are out or coming out. And it's like, holy shit, these games are pretty wild, And for me as an actor, even playing them, I think it helps because the few people that I know that do voiceovers for games have said if you really want to be a better actor, do voiceover for games because there's you're either doing motion capture, so you're in this like crazy suit with like dots and bubbles everywhere, and it's like if you can get past that with the other actor, it's pretty crazy.
I love that suit. I wear that every Thursday.
Yeah, dude.
And then there's also like with a lot of games you have the various permutations. So like that's getting crazy. Like with role playing games and such, you have to record so many.
And even the
variant lines.
The couple of games that I'm playing now since I got it, I only got the thing 3 weeks ago. So this would be a little bit of a plug for these games, so be appreciative. The Last of Us.
Free shout-outs.
The Last of Us by Naughty Dog is fucking amazing. And Arkham Knight by Rocksteady is amazing. And
I played it a little bit.
Arkham
my
Knight?
girlfriend Brianna, her
Arkham
little
Knight
brother
or
has
Last of Us?
the Arkham Knight.
Okay.
And like it's crazy how that game looks. Just like flying around Gotham and stuff, like doing the zip line.
Yeah,
like
how
I'm on the show.
realistic the games have gotten is like mind blowing. And with The Last of Us, a lot of games now do this like cinematic storyline where it's very linear, just like in a regular script. You know, you have A to B. How do you get there? And there's all trouble, conflicts, and everything. It's the same like this, and they do cinematic breaks in between all these parts, and it sucks you in with how good these actors are and how the games are. So, I mean, I really got back into it just because I needed like a mental break from life for a while, and I just loved the system and I loved the games, and it really sucks me in. The only thing I'm trying not to do right now is sit there until 4 o'clock in the morning every day,
which can happen.
Which can easily.
We all
happen,
know. We've all been there.
Yeah.
So what are you playing these days?
Well, I mean, you
recently
mentioned
I haven't had any kind of time.
I mean, either. But
When
lately,
you do
that's what it takes. Is there's so much time involved.
You mentioned zipline. You like Batman just like zip lines and then just like basically goes like Spider-Man. Like basically he just zip lines.
He's got the grapple gun.
The grapple hook.
That, like, do you ever watch the animated series?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how they use the thing.
Yeah, the grapple. Yeah,
The
I know.
WB.
Yeah,
I know.
That's been on.
Just that like the last
so
time I played a game, the last game that I ever played that had that of like jumping from one kind of zip line to another was like Pitfall.
That's not what I asked. I asked what
That's
you're
going way back.
We'll get there.
Yes, lately.
What have you?
Well, lately I've been playing less consoles. Although a couple of weeks ago I kind of like downloaded on my Wii U the original Zelda, and I've been having fun. The original Zelda.
Nice.
I needed some
Classic.
flashback.
Yeah,
I needed some flashback. Remember my childhood and all that stuff. So I've been playing Zelda 1. Then my wife got me 2 days ago actually kind of an Atari emulator that you plug into the TV and has like 92 Atari games, and I'm going like
I was looking at that thing and I recognized like a game on it.
No, yeah, I recognize like that thing has at least like 10 to 15 games that I used to play, others not. But it made me remember a lot of things, and then it's just very very basic. It's so basic.
The retro games are coming back like tenfold now.
Yes,
and
they
there's
are.
even a couple of stores downtown here in New York City that sell retro games, and that's all they do.
Yeah.
I forgot there's one on like
Game
Christopher
styles
Street or
are
something.
diversifying, which is nice. Like for a while, it just seemed like it was all about graphical fidelity, going up and up and up.
Yes.
And then at some point, indie games started becoming a thing. I think when you were able to like just download games on like you missed this, but on the last generation of consoles, PS3 and Xbox 360, you just download games. So like then like side scrollers started making a comeback.
Yes.
And like different art styles, and I think now it's in a really nice creative place.
Well, that's what I noticed with the PS4 too. Like I said, you were able to download games with PS3. You can do that on 4, and there's even sections now of like PlayStation Classics from like PS1
that's cool.
that you can download and then play. Which is the only thing that I didn't agree with that they did is there's no backwards compatibility. You can't play.
I
old
know.
games.
I know. I hated
So
that.
Xbox
if you
recently
have a stack of
instituted.
games,
They're like
you
they're gonna start rolling out backwards compatibility,
consoles,
which is nice.
which is smart, and they're doing a similar thing. Not to jump off the wagon here, but they're coming out with Super HD DVDs now, so 4K DVDs.
Oh.
They're starting to prep for those, and
the 4K movement.
and
It's
they
such a slow
made-
rollout. I feel like people are very just like.
But they made a huge
know.
thing because Netflix is streaming in 4K now, a lot of stuff. So is Amazon, and they're trying to make it so that if you buy a 4K player, you have to be able to play all your Blu-rays and all your DVDs on it. That's what they're trying to make mandatory. So I mean,
That makes sense.
I think gaming consoles should
Blu-rays just
essentially do
never
the same
really
thing.
took off the way that DVDs did.
No,
No.
because I mean, I think it's
never.
I
Now
think
we can
mostly
get
because of
things
streaming.
digitally.
Yeah, everything is streaming. Everything goes like why would you buy a physical thing when you can just access the internet and do it? It's easier also. It's like less space on your house. Everything is on the web. You
never got
pay
on the
for it
Blu-ray.
in one platform and then you have it connected to your TV. It's just so easy. It's just so,
Yeah.
like I think everything will tend to that place.
She's going retro.
And then sometimes I don't know if this has happened to you guys, but it happens to me. It had happened to me lately a lot. Like I used to have my retro games. I used to have I started with an Atari. Then I don't remember if it was like 5600 or something like that. I don't remember the number. Then I went to the NAS, the 8-bit one, which is 8-bit
The
made a huge
original,
difference.
yeah.
Then I did Super Nintendo. Then I skipped Nintendo 64 and I bought myself a Nintendo Cube. I came back into I've always been a Nintendo guy.
What happened to
But this
Jaguar
I
TurboGrafx 16?
like back in the day
Neo Geo.
my parents were the ones
remember all
who
these.
would buy me these consoles. So eventually they would be like, why do you need a different console? Just like they always talk with Nintendo. And at a certain point they were like, until you make your own money, we're not gonna buy you any more consoles. So that's how I skipped 64. But then I started working and I bought my Nintendo Cube with my first paycheck. So my father was not.
Look at the smile
He
on his face.
wasn't too happy about that. But
He's
it's like
this is what you
but
spend
this
your
is something.
money on.
But this is something that had happened to me. Then I got the Nintendo, the DS, and then all these retro games started coming out. You know, like games, and then I bought. Then
Did you have the original Game Boy?
Yes, I did have the original.
Or
Game Boy.
like
So did
Yes.
I had the one that like flipped up, the Game Boy Advance. That,
No,
like, flipped
I
up. It was
had the one that looked like a
Advanced
big
SP,
phone.
and it was just before they came out with the DS, the
Yeah.
dual screen. And it was like you flipped up. It was when flip phones were really
Were
popular.
huge, yeah.
Yes.
And, that thing was
So-
cool.
Game Gear. Did you have Game Gear too?
No,
The
I mean
color
it's always
version?
it was always
Sega Game Gear?
yes. I
The
jumped
thing
from
that
the
was like the
original
size of
Game
a
It
Boy.
was,
Deck,
it
it
was
was
huge,
huge.
yeah. It was like
Yeah, I
that,
know.
but it was awesome. It was
I
in
played
color.
it a couple times. I don't think we didn't own one.
It was in color, and that was the big
There was a Game
thing
Boy
that it
Color.
fought against. Well, it was way before Game Boy Color, but that's what they always fought against the original Game Boy. It was like, well, Sega's coming out with a color version of the Game Boy, and you were like, F yeah, you just keep playing it, you know.
So I'm
It
gonna
was so
complain.
big.
I'm gonna complain about that. I've been having to buy certain games several times. Like Nintendo has made so much money out of me because I used to have the original Zeldas and I had them for NES.
the old gold
Then-
cartridge.
Exactly. Then when the Nintendo DS came out, then they sell you the Zelda, so you play it, and so I bought it.
Right.
Then when I got the Nintendo with the Wii, the original Wii, then you could buy it and download it, and I did that, and I just bought Zelda for the third time on my Nintendo Wii. And then now that I got a Wii U, I try to transfer those files. They don't transfer because Nintendo Wii and Nintendo Wii U, they don't transfer. So I had to buy it again. So it's like every 5 years I have to spend $5 to have a retro game on my console that I can play. So I bought Zelda 4 times already. Four times.
That's why they'll keep doing it, because you'll
It's
keep
just-
buying it.
Yeah.
It's my own fault. I tell you, it's my own fault.
Well, they always look for ways to suck you in more and
I
to
know.
keep your money rolling.
I know.
Just like I noticed with all
How'd
the
you
games
start?
now on phones and tablets. You have to buy coins if you want stuff now.
Oh, no, those are the
you
ones
know,
that- oh,
and all
God.
these things, and it's like, oh, you want that next move? Buy these $50 in coins,
Or you have to wait 2 days.
yeah, or
Yeah.
wait 2 days to buy more
Mobile
coins.
games
And you're like,
really
You know
annoying
what?
that way.
I was very proud. I downloaded Tiny Death Star when they were
Say that again?
Tiny Death Star. It's basically Tiny Tower. You know the game Tiny Tower?
No.
A Tiny Tower. It's an addictive game.
No.
It's an addictive game. It's
I
one of
saw it. It's like a 2D
exactly.
thing.
You build
and
something.
You build the Death Star.
Correct. So if you spend money, then you can use that money to make things happen faster.
Yeah.
And then Tiny Death Star
Or you
was
can
the
play
same
the patience
concept.
game.
Yes.
That's how I always do those mobile games. I've played a few, and I won't pay any real
Pay
dollar.
the
No, I-
yeah,
I-
if you're
I don't
giving me a
either.
free game, I'm gonna treat it like it's
Exactly.
free,
Exactly.
and I'm not gonna pay into it.
That's what I did with Tiny Tower. Like I got a game as far as the first edition of the game was. Then they started expanding it and I couldn't. But I will sometimes build something and wait 2 days for that to be completely constructed in that
Yeah.
game. But I didn't spend a single cent on that game. I feel very proud about that. Then eventually I just dropped it. I spent so much time on
You know,
that
the one
game.
that I play a lot mobile that is free is Hearthstone.
Oh yeah, the card.
It's
Never
a-
heard of that, no.
It's a card game, and it's a lot like it's pretty geeky. It's a lot like Magic the
Geeky.
Gathering,
Is
but
it
it's like
old video games kind of game.
but it's like it's just
Video
cards.
games in general.
What's that? It's just like it's just a card game, and you collect cards, and you can like buy cards, or you can like slowly accumulate, like I said, coins, to like just get packs, and so that's what I do. I'll just like play it a couple times. I'll usually play it a couple times a day, so like I play it pretty regularly, but it's not like I have to sit down for like 3 hours at a time.
just-
Like I can just
And
like
just beat through
maybe
it,
like
yeah.
10 minutes while I'm waiting for something to render or something.
Well, I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of those
Yeah.
like phone games and tablet games are like time killers. Like
They are time. They're
Subway
designed for
Train,
that.
Yeah, I
you're
got
on
my
a
my
bus.
They're
Subway
designed for
game
that.
is Angry Birds.
It's Angry Birds.
Yeah. Angry Birds.
Because it's like I can't do the Hearthstone because there's no subway, there's no Wi-Fi down.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I'm at Times Square.
Yeah.
Then you get some Wi-Fi.
Then you get some
somewhere,
Wi-Fi. But like, yeah, while I'm on the train, it's like I can't do these ones that require a connection. So I'll do Angry Birds. Usually I actually read on the subway.
Reading's good.
It's good reading time.
Reading is good. Reading
it's good reading time. But if I don't have a
gives you
book,
ideas.
I'll do the Angry Birds.
The only problem with reading is that you have to imagine everything. Yeah.
And I have to use your brain.
Oh, I hate it.
Thinking,
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
make
It makes
words
me. It
make
hurts.
sense.
It hurts on the top in the big melon. We play
we are
also.
going to talk about books. at
We
some point.
play Civilization too.
Yeah,
we should talk like
as far as computer games go, Civilization's a big one.
that's the one that I will like. I will be 80 years old, and if Sid Meier keeps making Civilization, I will keep buying them, Sid Meier, and I will keep playing them.
He will.
I will. I definitely will. It's an awesome game.
We-
It's
you
so
know,
meant
though,
for me.
The one that was kind of disappointing was the space one.
Yeah, Beyond Earth.
Beyond Earth.
Beyond Earth. I don't know.
I wanted to love it, and I just.
You know what I feel about it? I
Wasn't,
feel.
wasn't that a bad Will Smith movie?
Yes, also.
That's
also,
after
it was,
Earth.
it was
After
After
Earth,
Earth,
that's
and it
what
was
it
directed
was,
by
yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan, but they never advertised that M. Night Shyamalan was the director
Yeah.
because people would just not go. I don't
He
know.
was-
I don't hate M. Night Shyamalan.
I hate him.
I don't hate him. I mean, I hate
never-
Avatar, but you know, like his version, the Last Airbender. But
That was the last straw. For
that
me.
was like yes.
the last
no,
Airbender was the last straw. I'll never give him.
But
another
it's not
dollar.
his fault. Like you can't
got-
cram
it is
24
his
episodes
fault.
in like
wrote.
1.2.
He
He
took
wrote
on
it.
that project. He wrote that movie.
No, then he did a
And
bad job.
directed it. He did it. He
did a bad job.
He took
But I
something beautiful
want-
and he made it.
I want to come back from him. I
I'll
want
never
to
give
come
him
back.
another
He has
dollar.
that new.
He has a new movie
Grandma
coming.
movie
Yeah,
coming
he has a new movie
That,
coming
like,
out.
Grandma
I'm
horror
curious.
movie or something, right?
I'm curious. Grandmas are
What are you doing,
terrifying.
Shyamalan? What are you doing?
Grandmas are terrifying.
But what's
She's
the
like,
name of it?
crawl in the oven, dearie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Help me
you're like-
clean it by get in the oven. You're like, you're weird, grandparents. You're weird.
Oh, this
You're
takes me
old
back
and I can
so many
overpower
years.
you even though I'm 9.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
it's
got
like
like this frail person being like the creepy. I mean, they kind of get you by surprise, right? So like
That's-
in the oven
that's
and then we'll get the door.
Every horror movie, yeah,
Yeah.
push them in.
pushing
'cause
the
like-
grandma.
Cause like the is it grandma's? What's it called? It's like grandma's place or
I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know. It's yeah.
Do you
I
want to
don't
look
know,
it up,
maybe-
or is that too
Maybe,
annoying to
maybe.
look up for an
No,
M.
I
Night
can
Shyamalan
I can look it up.
we
I
can
can
always
look-
look it up later and just put it at the
I mean,
bottom.
we can keep talking. I'll research it, and then when I have it, I'll let you guys know.
Well, let's go
Well,
back
did
to
you want to keep
what
on,
we're.
on games?
Yeah, I
right?
want to keep on. Since Jose talked all about his gaming stuff, let's talk about yours, Chris.
Oh, I thought we talked about my gaming stuff.
But like, how'd you start?
You were asking about why I got back into games.
Yeah, but so now I want to go back and
Okay.
like back to the beginning. What started you? Like, what was the
Like
first?
way
Yeah, what was
back
the first
in
one? Like,
day?
he started with Atari.
Oh, I was definitely Atari too.
You started with
Atari.
Atari.
You started with you're old school.
Old school Atari.
Yes.
But there was like 2 different versions of Atari, and then there was
Yeah, there was the 2600, 5600, 5200.
whichever one had the horrible ET game that bombed.
50. I had that game, and I
Do you
didn't know.
remember that?
I didn't
The ET
know.
Did it wind up in a landfill?
That's the thing.
It
I
did.
didn't.
There was
I,
a whole documentary.
No, but I
on it.
mean, did yours?
No. I mean, I love that game. Like, I never understood it. But, you know, I was like I never understood the game. But it was kind of the first adventure game that had more than just pixels moving around and all this stuff. Like, you know, some of the early Atari games. And I never knew up until like 2 weeks ago actually that game was just a normal, like that there
Was a
people
legend that was
as a
buried in a
legendary. It was
landfill?
legendary because it was using. Is that like the Indiana Jones game? Did you ever play the Indiana Jones game for Atari?
No.
It was crazy. It was impossible.
I missed Atari.
Like I remember that I had so much trouble with that game that actually my father one time he went on a business trip to the capital, to Caracas, and then when he came back he said like, I met this guy who has played that game and he knows how to beat it, so here are instructions for you to beat that game. What? My father was actually concerned that I was just spending so much time with that freaking game and never understood how to play
Here's
it.
how to beat
But
it.
there was a
Stop
whole
playing it.
documentary on
Beat
that
it,
ET
beat
game
it, beat it.
that they
I was singing.
the studio pushed them to put the game out.
Oh, really?
To time it with the movie, because the movie was coming out. They wanted to make this game. I think it was supposed to be one of the first like movie game tie-ins, and they rushed it in like 3 weeks or something ridiculous. There's a whole documentary on this, and the game was so bad that they were like, you know what, we can't sell these, and they literally like dug a hole in the ground and just threw the games in it.
Yeah, it was just
There was a whole
Never heard of it?
documentary.
Yeah.
on it.
It's
Yeah.
kind of
Wow.
making the rounds now.
Back in
You know
the
what
day,
it's called? It's called.
I don't remember.
We'll
the
put it at
name
the
of
bottom. We'll look it
They
up.
mentioned it in some like a history of video game documentary that's on Netflix. They mentioned it in there a couple of times.
Yeah, I'd heard about this. It was like a urban legend for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's why they were like, let's investigate.
But yeah, so Atari was the first one, and then I kind of dug it. I think it broke. I don't remember what really happened after that. And then I remember it was Christmas.
Did you destroy it in Game Rage?
No, I didn't. I was like 5 when it came out.
Okay.
Like I don't remember what happened to it. I think it like literally just broke, and you were like, "Ah, this thing's a piece of shit." Like whatever.
you know what? Game rage is
You're on-
real.
Yeah,
Game rage is very real.
it's absolutely real.
It's worse when you're older.
It's what because you destroyed them when you're a kid. You may not like your father would stop you or your mother would like don't break the controller. That like when I started film school, I broke so
I feel
many
like
PS3 controllers.
it's worse when you're older
So
because
many.
then it's like you have to pay for anything
That you
that
do,
gets
yeah.
broken. So like, you immediately have the repercussions. As a kid, it's like, oh well, we'll just expect somebody.
yes.
You don't think about. You don't have that immediate.
I know.
No, my money down the toilet.
I think that's one of the reasons why I originally stopped playing.
Rage?
Was,
Just getting
rage?
frustrated?
there was some game that came out on PS1, and I remember I couldn't get past a certain part, and I just got so frustrated. I threw the remote across the room, and I was like, "This is what I'm turning into." I'm done. Like no more. I
You were
can't
like
have
that
this
German
rage.
kid on YouTube.
Like breaking shit and throwing it at the screen, and I just stopped. And I started noticing it last night when I was playing Arkham Knight. There was a part I couldn't get past, and I was like, "Argh! All right, I gotta go to bed. I gotta do this thing in the morning." Like, just
Do you
chill
remember
out.
my last-
but like this brings me to something that I've been playing recently, which is like no game rage. It's Minecraft.
Oh,
I recently got into it.
yes.
That's like the big popular one.
It's
now.
very
Yeah,
popular,
yeah.
and I resisted for a long time, just because like I don't know.
But it's the phone only.
It's like no, it's on
Or
everything.
PC,
It's
it's
on
on
everything.
everything.
It's on
It's
consoles.
like Minecraft is taking over.
Yeah,
Is it?
they
Yes.
sold it for like $3 billion.
$3
to
billion
Microsoft bought it for like $3 billion. Which, to put that in perspective,
Is a lot of
Lucasfilm
money.
sold for $4.
That's crazy.
So like, and that's all of Star Wars. So clearly they think
Well,
it's worth something.
that's with this like documentary too, the video game one. They mentioned like with games and how big and far they've come.
It's crazy.
That it's worth the industry as a whole is worth more than the music and film industry combined,
It's
really
which is
video game.
mind.
Well, and now it's branching into video.
God,
You've got
it just-
like the
brings-
Let's Play movement is really big
Well,
on
you
YouTube.
think about even like the
It's so
average
big.
the average money they spend on like a big studio film, what, 50 million maybe?
Oh yeah, AAA game,
But a
$100
game,
million easy.
like I think Arkham Knight was 250 million.
yeah,
Wow.
250 million, and I
because the
think
man hours that go into it.
and I
is
think
just
with
insane.
that or GTA 5,
GTA 5 they spent
think-
5 years on. I
yeah,
don't think they've disclosed
but I think
officially
the
numbers,
first
but
day they made $1 billion,
yeah, GTA 5 like
crazy.
shattered
like
records.
$1 billion the one day. But you
is
spend
crazy.
250 million, but
That
if
is
that
crazy.
game
Yeah.
sucks and doesn't sell, your company's done. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like a studio you can just write it off and be like,
Yeah.
oh, whatever, we took a hit.
But
we'll
now
write it
there's like
off.
indie games. You get teams of like a dozen people or less making a game and just trying to like get it out on a digital platform.
Yeah.
And so like now there's like a lower tier that you can also get into. Because like the AAA games, Rockstar,
Yeah.
Activision. Like these things are they're monsters. It's just
Think
crazy.
about it. I remember I saw this movie one time about the Beatles, and there was this scene where John Lennon goes back to Liverpool, and then he grew up with his grandmother or something, and then his grandmother, when he was trying to be a musician, she told him, "You're never gonna do anything with that guitar. Like, you're a waste of time." And then when he became famous, he brought her kind of a statue of a guitar, and it had the quote that she said. It was kind of like in your face, and she was like, that just reminds me every time you like for example, like my father would just go into the room. What, my mic is it going down?
Yeah, it's
Here it is now.
Oh.
So like my dad would just come back home, and then I would be just sit down like during summer and playing for like 12 hours straight. And he would be like come on, like just don't. That's a waste of time. And now it's $1 billion industry, and I go like, well, I mean, maybe if I don't only play, but I go into the industry, like that's the thing. I mean, sometimes generational gaps do not allow people to see what the opportunities are. Now we're commentators about video games. Like now, video game is something that produces money, even if you're not directly tied.
But I wanted to go.
The Visit. That's the name of the Shyamalan movie. The Visit.
Okay.
The Visit, because
they're going to
accurate.
visit grandma. Get it? Visit? Clever marketing.
Clever.
Sure, it is.
That's like the other crazy thing about video game industry too is, or video games in general. Like you were mentioning the generational gap before, like with your parents or our parents, whatever. Is the average male gamer age, and this is what I was worried about too, because I'm 33 and I was going, should I really be buying a PS4 right now?
Yeah.
Like, am I too old for this? Like,
No.
But you've grown up with it, right?
But I've grown up with it, and that's how we all, it was like when Atari came out, we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like in every console that ever came, as we grew up, we were still into them. Our parents never really had that. They had what was the first one with Pong?
ColecoVision? Like,
no, or was it just Pong? It was just Pong.
It was just
right?
on computers.
Yeah, it was
Pong.
like just the two bars.
Yeah.
Like that's what they had.
Yeah.
But then we had Atari and everything else. So it's kind of crazy that the average male gamer today is 33, and the average female gamer is 30. So you kind of go like, all right, I don't feel so bad now.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm right in the middle.
Cool.
You are right there in the average.
Yeah, you're fine. And that would like blew my mind when I watched that
Well, and,
documentary,
like, you can
because I
also
thought it would have
use,
been
like,
a lot younger.
I use the 360 as just like our entertainment thing.
Yeah, you're streaming.
My girlfriend Brianna recently learned how to talk to it to like.
You
Cause
talk to
I
it?
bought it with the
Yeah.
Kinect, and she just she'll be like, all right, she'll start up her show, and
Is it
then
like
she'll be
a
like,
Siri
stop.
thing?
She'll be like, Xbox, pause,
Oh, so you do have to
menu.
say.
Yeah, you say.
I think
Xbox.
PlayStation's like that
just
too.
like I was like,
PS pause.
yeah, because I hadn't really played with the voice feature, and she just kind of figured it out. I come home one day and she's like, just talking to the thing. I was like, oh my god, we're in the future. we're in the future.
Either that or like she doesn't like you anymore, and like the Xbox is now her boyfriend.
It's
Like
just-
Xbox, turn
I
on.
have one thing. You just mentioned something.
Turn me on.
You just mentioned something that I find interesting, but you tell me if you want to dive into this topic or not. But things that you see, that when you see it, you feel we're in the freaking future. Like what? Like you
I
mentioned
feel like
that.
that's its own topic.
It's its own topic. I mean, it's huge. Let's put a pin on it.
Yeah. That was one of the first things I ever like.
Let me
wrote for the
write
show.
down insert pin.
Yes.
Our terrible pin graphic, which you said you were gonna do, and I ended up doing. I was just like, yeah, whatever.
It happens. It happens.
Actually, you helped.
Yes,
You gave me the cutout.
I help a little, like moral support. I was like, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Oh my god, it's terrible.
Excuse me.
But yeah, so like now we use it for like Netflix or.
Streaming services
Yeah,
in general, Blu-ray.
Yeah, we also have right now. I'm in kind of a weird place because we also have the Apple TV, which like I'm like we don't really need both. They're both good. Like any way you want to do it. Apple TV, if you don't want a console, is like way cheaper than buying a console for that. But like I also like to play the games on it. So it can just kind of be like an entertainment hub now. You get your TV,
You get your
video
games, you get everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, I can Skype on it. That's
can,
another
you
thing.
really?
Yeah, I Skype on it.
Through the Kinect
through the
camera
Kinect
or
camera.
whatever. Yeah.
So in like now I'm just like talking to people through my TV. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Movies have been telling me I
It's
could
the
do this
future.
for years.
Yes.
And
4 years.
finally, like
Yes, it's
Minority
finally here.
Report status.
We live in a sci-fi future.
How much do you think those people affect what actually happens?
Hold on.
What, movies?
No. I'm saying like Jules Verne, he wrote
Oh, a
like
lot,
Tread
a
to the
lot.
Moon. Is like, how does that affect
lot.
the fact that somebody
'Cause it
goes
gets into
for
the
it? Exactly,
conscious.
it gets into the
But as I said, the Minority Report, there are like gestures you can do. Like, they don't work very well. Fix them, Xbox. But you can like when I'm Skyping, if I go like
It's the
like
beginning.
this,
It's the
I
beginning.
can like
Maximize
bring up the
the
menu or like
screen.
maximize the screen.
That's pretty cool.
And like it's really kind of dodgy. I always have problems with it.
I think it will get there.
Because usually it wants you to do like this. I'm like, and like I'm talking to my friend and I'm just doing this on the screen. It's just.
And she's like,
it's
"What are you
obnoxious.
doing? Why are you flailing your arms around?"
And
But
I'm
I
like, I'm
think-
trying to fix the screen.
I think
Fix
we'll
it.
get there eventually, because like most movie-inspired technology is taken from something.
Yeah.
Inspired, like the whole thing with Jurassic Park.
It just
and
feels like a next.
and
yeah.
the fossilized mosquito, like that was actually a theory that they were trying for a while.
Yeah.
So that's where they based that movie off of.
Michael
and
Crichton?
the book, Michael Crichton, yeah.
Crichton.
So I mean, they already have tables.
He's not
that
a
are-
cretin.
He's not a cretin.
They already have like glass flat tables that are like touchscreen computers and stuff, and they even have the
I know,
technology
but
coming out in a
I
year
love
or two.
the idea of like the coffee table that's just a touchscreen.
But they have technology coming out in I think a year or two. I was reading the whole thing. I think they're going to try to implement them, of course, in iPhones. That it's like a little projector, so when you're holding your phone, it shoots an image 6 inches above your screen in like a 3D.
Oh,
map.
don't go to freestanding holograms with this
Yeah.
guy.
Have you
He's
seen
gonna
that?
call bullshit on it.
So eventually, I think if video games
well,
get
like
to
the
that
holographic
point,
technology
that's gonna
is
be
developing.
crazy.
So like you've got things like Google Glass or things
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
HoloLens
yeah. If you
coming
have
out.
something that could project it
Like,
directly, then yes, then that's
It's crazy.
coming. It's
We,
coming.
we did totally get onto the
it will
topic.
get so
get your
immersive,
pin.
and it might even feel
It's okay.
like it might even feel like that movie Gamer with Gerard Butler.
I skipped that
where
one.
you're
I
like,
remember-
sucked
I
in,
remember
it's
Gamer.
super real.
I remember
It
Gamer.
was alright. It wasn't
It
horrible.
was. I mean, no movie's horrible.
Don't say that.
What?
Come on,
The Last
Gerard
Airbender
Butler's alright.
is horrible.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Beverly Hills
That one's
Chihuahua
horrible.
has
The cartoon is great.
a
the
good
cartoon is
premise.
great, and that's what makes that movie so much
And that's
worse.
what makes the movie
I could
so
talk
much
about
worse.
that for too long.
Which cartoon? What?
Avatar.
Last Airbender.
Oh,
Last
La-
Airbender,
Last Airbender-
that is horrible.
Oh, the cartoon. The cartoon,
cartoon is great.
magnificent.
But the movie is an abomination.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved like.
We're not friends anymore.
No, not the movie, the cartoon, and
Oh,
then
okay,
and
yeah.
then the Legend
Now
of
you guys are
Korra.
friends again?
I
Yeah,
didn't need
we're
to keep
friends
making
again.
it.
Good.
They need to. We're first like, oh, that's awesome. Oh my God, I feel so. It's the Propinquity. Yes.
Yeah, we're feeling the propinquity.
Out of the one
working.
episode that I
Propinquity.
watched,
It's working.
that word actually worked.
Oh, it keeps coming back.
Propinquity. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Speaking of
So it's
new
like-
technologies, what do you got going here in the middle? You're
Oh,
broadcasting
so,
us.
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
if anyone's
sue you.
watching because it's Labor Day.
Right.
and
Labor
it's
Day.
super early in the morning. Hi.
What is Labor Day?
Um,
Is it like the day that every woman have a child? Or like,
It's for the workers. Give me a break.
I apologize,
Puns,
women, for this
puns.
guy.
My wife will love this. She will love it. She's laughing right now. She must be.
Or she's rolling her eyes.
Or she's
How-
just like,
how
oh
he's
God.
married is
She probably
beyond-
will look at me. At this point, she's just looking at me. And then I'm narrating everything that is happening. She's freaking out.
You already married him.
Yes. Yes. No take backs. Is
Take backs is.
that
Take
what it is?
backsies.
Take backs. I'm sorry. It's my accent.
God, I was gonna say
just
your
the accent.
accent is horrible. So what this is this app that Twitter created that I've been screwing around with.
It's a
once in
Twitter
while.
byproduct.
It's a Twitter byproduct called Periscope that a lot of people are using now. I dig it. It's fun. Nobody really watches my feed anyway, but
Yeah.
Oh, you
Like our show.
stream live.
Like our show.
like your show. Yeah, nobody really watches it.
A lot of people watch it.
But it's
And my
basically just like a
sister.
live webcam. A live webcam where people can send you messages. You can interact with them. No one's probably watching. That's why I'm not seeing messages popping up right now.
I saw two when I glanced down
Did
earlier
you?
at it. I saw
Oh,
like
so
something
someone
brief.
said something.
Somebody
I missed
said
it.
something.
Sorry. So someone might be watching.
Maybe this
But
is
it's like
an
a live
this is an
webcam,
opportunity
so
to do like live show at the same time. Like
you
that
could do a live show. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only downfall is like exactly this. We're talking now, so I'm missing people saying something to me,
Correct.
and I can't be like, "Oh, they got a question for you."
We need someone to, monitor.
Unless
Yeah,
you're
you
like
need-
just
you need a
mainly
person
to monitor.
focusing
If you want to
on
help
this.
us for free, if you want to be an intern, on the
You
show,
say help for free.
if you want to be
Disclaimer.
a Dreaming in Paradox
these guys.
intern, just tweet at us
Just feel free
with
to tweet.
hashtag interns in paradox.
Interns in Paradox.
Right?
You know, they come in, they never know
No
when they're going
college
to come
credit.
out.
no
college
college credit.
We are a certified
So
college.
what are you giving the interns then? The experience.
Hogs
of,
Experience,
of
and
love?
valuable experience.
The
Not only
experience
that,
of
I
love.
mean,
Industry experience.
and you know,
Industry
they
experience.
will spend time with us, so that will lead into
It'll be opportunities down the line.
Into what, a mental hospital?
Propinquity?
into propinquity.
It will.
2 for 2.
Oh, but I right there. So 30. Yeah, we need to wrap it up.
Oh, we getting there?
Yeah, we're
Wrapping
getting
up
there.
already?
We're getting there. I mean, when you are
You
having
did-
fun, it just
you know,
happens.
I just want to point out there that I asked you about what video games you liked, and you never.
Oh, I mean,
so-
You're being
no,
a bad
I-
co-host.
No, I told.
Yeah.
I said. I mean,
No,
I like.
you just ignored me.
Well, if I look,
what I
this
have
is
to deal
this is
with?
the thing. If I have to bring one video game with me, like
You're
somebody
talking
tells
about
me,
you
like,
again.
like,
Well,
well, but
complaining
but you're
that
talking.
you talked only about yourself and not.
What
that
about
you
the
ignored
video
me.
game?
I feel ignored.
But you're asking me a question, I'm answering the question. Isn't that what we're talking about?
Yeah, you're also a host though, and you should be participating in the asking, not just answering.
I've been asking.
I'm asking all the questions.
Like for example, like have you noticed the fact that
But you
every
still haven't answered this question he asked
what
you
is your
before.
question? What is your question? What is my video? What video game I'm playing right now? Because I said Zelda.
No, I said that I wanted you to also ask me questions.
Oh, what
Because
video?
you just
what are
skip
you
right
playing?
over me.
What are you
just
playing?
like,
What are you playing
this
right
is
now?
what I do. It's the Jose show. I'm just getting my gripes out now.
What video game are you playing these days?
Well, no, we talked about that.
We already talked about
We
it.
didn't get
We
the
want to know
history.
about yours.
We didn't get the history.
Well, then now I'm gonna answer the question.
now it's
You
just
tell
turning
me.
into chaos. It's my fault.
It's the super chaos. I think that before we go, we
I
should
started
mention.
with the Sega though. I didn't start with Atari.
You should
I
mention.
wanted to get to that.
Oh, the Sega. I never had a Sega.
You didn't have a Sega?
No, I never had a
was
Sega. I was a
kid.
Nintendo.
Sega.
Like I had a grudge
The
against
Genesis
Sega.
was our first
Dreamcast
system. I had a
and
Dreamcast.
Genesis.
Dreamcast was a great
And
system.
it was way beyond its time.
Yeah, ahead of its time.
Way beyond it. It was the
Died
first
a sad
PlayStation,
death.
really.
By the way,
Really?
it
Yeah, because the
is
CDs. Was it
to
CDs?
date
Because it was a CD.
it has
Yeah.
outsold the Wii U.
Yeah.
The Wii U is doing so terribly. It's selling less than the Dreamcast.
It's sad. It's sad.
And they canceled the Dreamcast, but
Yeah.
Nintendo has the money.
But that was way ahead of time when
Yeah,
those discs came out. You were like,
was-
this is so rad.
And it was really small.
And they were like
and-
black.
yeah, it was. It was a good system. It had a few good games on it before it died.
There was a racing
Yeah.
game that was really good that I played on it.
They had Power Stone,
Sonic
which
was
was
on
great.
it.
They had the last two anywhere close to decent Sonic games were on Dreamcast. Because now they've just been abominations.
Yeah.
Abomination.
Yeah, just like running the brand into the ground. Like, pun intended, I
Literally.
guess.
Except for the DS. Like if Nintendo's making money, he's making money out of the DS.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's
that's like the main
it's
thing.
the Sega. I also had the Saturn. I had the Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn,
The
yeah.
Virtual Fighter.
Mhm.
See, I never won Sega.
Right?
I remember
Which you
that
like,
game.
if you would have played now, it would be so slow and clunky.
And it would be so
But it was like
horrible.
such an early 3D fighting game. Though that
really
era
like
of
that,
games
wow.
has probably aged the worst. Also, like that early polygonal 3D.
Yes.
You go back and just like, oh god.
Yeah, I know. It
How
looks
did
awful.
how did we stand it?
Yeah, I
but
know.
like you go back to the 8 and 16 bits,
And it's
and they
alright.
hold up.
It's
They,
alright.
like,
They do,
Yeah.
they
like
do.
play Sonic. It looks
Because
great.
it was that weird,
It's
like,
really surprising.
transitional era, like,
Yeah.
realizing, because Mario's World, right, on Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo was like Mario
was
Super
the
Mario
first one
World.
to utilize 3D.
Yeah, to a certain
From
to a
2D
certain
to
extent.
3D. And I always remember that there was like one scene you're on in like a cloud castle, and
Mm-hmm.
he looks in a mirror, and then you see the guy with the camera behind him.
Oh,
You remember that part?
No, I didn't know.
That was the first time they actually
See?
realized like we can do 3D, and like let's insert a little funny thing of like the reason why you're seeing
gonna
it from
go-
behind him is because there's a camera guy behind him, and it was in a mirror, and it was the coolest thing
I'm
ever.
gonna go
That's
back
really
and play
cool.
that again. 'Cause
Yeah,
I need
Super
to get there.
Nintendo Mario World.
Wow.
That was the first one that
far
used
back
it.
as that.
But then I think after that, or around that time, that's when Dreamcast started coming out and all that.
Yeah. Well, like
and that's when they were trying to experiment
PS1
with
started
different
doing a
ways.
few 3D games, and then the Saturn did a few 3D. And like
like-
even Nintendo 64, like you go back and play the original GoldenEye, it does not look
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Like, there's
no.
a reason they remastered it.
Of course.
I know.
'Cause-
Of
course.
Wasn't Star Fox 2? There was a lot
Yeah,
of
Star
triangle
Fox.
designs
Yeah.
in Star Fox.
Yeah.
Like even the nose of like the ship was
Yeah,
all
it's
like
just a bunch of triangles pieced
and,
together.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Everything
polygons.
looks kind of
but it was
like
such a fun game.
jagged origami.
Yeah.
Yes, Jagged is true.
That's like
It's true.
what's so amazing is you think in what 25 years.
What's funny
How
is how
far?
we've gone back. Like you have something like Minecraft that looks, it's all about pixels and just
Yeah.
boxes and everything.
It's meant
is
to be like
64
that,
bit.
so they
I
do
know,
it properly.
But
yeah.
it's just kind of funny how it's like
And
now
it's
we've
so popular.
now it's
Mhm.
popular. But that allows that game to be huge.
Mhm.
They're like, okay, we'll just not worry about resolution.
Yes.
We'll just kind of have a playful style instead, and then you can do anything. Like people build the Enterprise. People build, whole cities in Minecraft. It's crazy.
But I think that's what
And
happened.
I do
Even-
recommend that game. It is very peaceful. Like
They're just peaceful.
very zen.
Peaceful.
yeah, it's very
zen.
zen. It's very zen. I just like build things and like explore and you just like
Get
I'm
lost in
mining.
the world.
Yeah, it's a really it's a very relaxing
Now,
game.
I haven't played that game, but from what you're describing, it sounds very much like the old PC games Command and Conquer and World of Warcraft.
You mean Warcraft?
Well, there was originally World of
No,
Warcraft.
original was World of Warcraft is the MMO.
It's the MMO, yeah.
Warcraft was the original real time. It's not a real time strategy
Okay.
though. It's different from that. But like you did have to do resources
Like
and building.
mine,
But this is
gold, and
Yeah,
then
but
like
but like
build
you don't
shit.
have any
Command
real.
and
But in
Conquer
this
was
one you
the
don't have any
same way.
opponents. I mean there are like
StarCraft.
Yeah,
you can play
that's
survival
fine.
mode and there's monsters, but like you're not like trying to beat another team. You're just
Yeah.
kind of like it's very whimsical.
It's a
you build whatever
solitary
you
game.
feel like. You want to like build a building or a ship, or you just want to explore,
So it's
or you
like-
just want to like
the
strip mine
Sims
everything.
Yeah.
meets Command and Conquer, Warcraft, StarCraft,
And
but
Lego.
in really like a retro style, basically, is what you're saying.
Something,
Yes, kind
something
of.
along those lines.
Kind of.
Yeah, you should give it a shot.
If it makes sense in my head,
And
then
also,
go for it.
like, it's hard not to recommend because, like, it's only $20. Like when
Oh,
most games
cheap.
cost you $60,
60,
and you
yeah.
get like 40 hours out of them, this game costs you $20, and potentially, like hundreds of hours, easy. You could sink into it.
So what is the main goal of the game?
Just build.
There's no.
Just
Just
build.
just build.
Yeah,
Just
that's
build.
what's
build.
beautiful about it. Just
It's a
whatever
universe
you want it
that
to
exists
be.
for you to build things on it.
So what's like any conflicts or interactions?
there are villagers. You can
Mm-hmm.
find villagers, and like if you build buildings near their village, they'll populate and fill those buildings.
Populate.
So like you have to have like, and
You're
like
such a child sometimes. I love it.
I love the word populate.
and then there's like monsters that come out at night. So like you
Okay.
want to like build
So
yourself
there is
some
something
protection.
that like
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, I'm building a
Yeah.
house.
I mean you can do it
Yeah,
in
it
like
could
creative
be.
mode, and people do like crazy, just because they want to build whatever, crazy works of
Hmm.
art. And you put them up online. I guess people can find them. It's pretty,
Interesting.
It's pretty fun though. I like it.
All right,
on
I'll
that
get into it.
on that note,
All right, yeah.
we ran out of time.
Yeah, we're running a little long.
So you know,
It's been a nice Monday.
it's been a nice Monday. Like it's like freaking 45 minutes just went by, if not more, and it doesn't feel like
And
it.
you didn't get bored with me.
And you didn't get
Aw.
bored with you. I just want to bring
feel so
something. I
loved.
just want to bring something to our attention. Like
I always
every
do this at the
other
end,
week,
like,
every other week it seems that we can afford to shave. So like last episode you were a little less. I had a little less. The first episode we were clean shave, and now like by the
I'm
by
bearded.
week 50 we're gonna have a big bushy beard,
may-
and we're gonna let CC
I may
tops.
shave for the next one.
Yeah,
You mean shit? Like I think
I think you both should grow beards down to your dicks and call it the Bearded Brothers.
the bearded brother.
We'll be like ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Except that we don't play guitar.
I like it. The beard will be pointing to the fun part.
And then like the next day, just next episode, just completely shave and be
Do
in
the shave.
suits.
And then just
Black suits,
Boxes.
black suits,
Yeah.
and then when I think like,
Every week vary it up.
why
That's
not?
what I think.
Why not?
well, I am gonna shave soon.
I'm gonna shave soon
A
too.
wedding to go to soon.
Oh wow!
So I'll
You just
shave
look
for that.
dapper.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Dress
that.
up, clean shaven.
No, you shouldn't
not
be
my
sorry.
wedding.
Tell them
okay.
that you're
That is
sorry.
good. So good. So
yeah,
good.
yeah. We'll just
So good.
condolences.
Condolences.
Right.
It's like, man, you want to get out of here? I'll cover you.
All right.
Duck and cover.
Then, you're not on Twitter.
No.
Actually,
no, I do have a
any
Twitter.
information.
I never use it.
What's your handle?
But this is associated with Twitter. It is at Papa Piccione.
You
Papa
can
Piccione.
find Chris at
P-A-P-A-P-I-C-C-I-O-N-E.
We'll put it at the bottom.
I want to spell it out.
Spell it out.
I'm sorry, you want to
Papa.
do it uninterrupted?
Papa Piccione.
We're really bad on this show about interrupting.
Or on Instagram at Papa Piccione.
Papa Piccione.
Papa
Follow
Piccione.
him, find him on Periscope. You can find me on Twitter. You can find Jose on Twitter. I am John in Paradox.
Jose in Paradox.
And this has been the Monday edition of our show. Hope you enjoyed it. Please share it if you like it, or just tell people about it.
Yeah. Just tell them
You
about
know.
it. Just go like, hey, I'm watching this thing.
Hey, I'm watching this really cool show.
Yes.
That's
yes.
good marketing.
I know.
Right?
I know. I mean, it is
I think
fun.
it's a little old school.
Yeah.
But
It is a little
You
old
can
school.
share it. Leave a comment. I feel that nobody leaves comments.
I mean, it's still too
We'll see.
early
It's-
for it.
What's weird about this show, and I know we're going long, but what's weird about the show is that like we record in advance, so it's hard to like gauge how we should adjust because I haven't like seen the reaction to past episodes
Correct.
yet.
We need to, yeah.
We're behind.
Well, eventually you'll get to
Yeah.
live, and then you
So-
don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
yeah.
But for now,
Eventually, yeah. For now,
That
thank you
works.
for having me.
for now we
guys.
don't have the time
Of
to do it
course.
that way.
Thank you for coming.
And
All right,
I'll see
we
you
will-
tomorrow.
I'll
right?
see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday.
5 minutes from now.
Adios.